I'm Rin Henning.
I'm Marky Davy.
I'm Johnny Cash.
I'm Batman. We are Duchesne, and this is
The Dork Force. May the force be ever in your favor.
I wanna be a Starship Ranger.
I can remember the first time I was called a dork.
Because I absorbed pages of fantasy and wove it into my backbone.
Fat fragments of so-called untrue life constructed my mighty erudite throne.
I sit on the mighty throne of a backbone.
I grew up between pages and book covers were the only roof over me.
The other children never grew up under a novel's spine. They never uncovered their life's cover like I did with mine.
I broke the binding of the normal pages.
The Neville Longbottom.
The Luna Lovegood.
That never felt good about intelligence.
Until I got to see.
Spock, Sherlock, Hermione.
Until I grew up to be.
I grew up to be.
I grew up to be a fire-breathing dragon!
A pugnacious tribute for the nerd fighters like me.
Battling literary deprivation daily.
I grew up to be Sherlock Holmes, detecting the roots and the seeds of a quickening heartbeat.
Plastering fingertips to evidence to memorize what truth feels like.
It feels like poetry.
A wild beast releasing sparks of heat.
Blazing light from my loquacious tongue.
No one understood where all my fire was coming
It
from.
comes from nights spent under covers with shaking fingers.
Hungrily flipping to the next chapter.
I never forgot the rush I got from reading the last page.
And remembering that it all started with
the first word.
Just swish and flip.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I grew up inside a feathered wand sealed with legendary tales and dragon heartstrings.
My mouth makes magic, my hand concocts curses.
My head is a cauldron of crystallized chemicals. I am a fizzing reaction.
My mind is a bottle, my throat is a throttle, my words are packed in like bagels, and when I'm fickle, I'm inwent.
Musty words ferment in the jars of my forehead.
Maybe I'm full of fiction, but I'm still hungry, and my Arcturian tales just taste so good.
And maybe I shouldn't know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Harry Potter pop.
Over 4,000 pages, 198 chapters, and an epilogue.
The fault in our stars is that someone forgot to put me in the plot that I just forgot to grow up in. I never really grew up to be anything. I hold my best friend's hand when I flip the page of the story that
I
knows
know
me
all
all
too
too
well.
And cry at the same spots and try to act surprised when my favorite character dies. I will pretend that I am shocked for as long as I have to.
My greatest fear is that it won't shock me, and I know that will be when
I grow up to be.
I grow up to be.
I grow up to be a fire-breathing dragon.
When the stupid muggles find my Hogwarts letter.
When the TARDIS lands on my front door.
When my words create a harbor for my fellow dorks, I will never grow away from me, a child of the dictionary.
Born on paper lines between literary spines.
Taught that I am never too old to believe in fairy tales. It's not too late to never grow up, and I will never outgrow the dork pounded into my pages.
I wanna be a Starship Ranger. I wanna have everything they've got. I wanna be a Starship Ranger. But there's one little thing they are that I'm not.
Woo!